The sheds were getting a little bit mucky. It's not much of a day today, it's a bit cold outside, snowing about a bit, so we thought we'd have some of these sheds out. The old man's on the case, he loves it. Just getting the bits out, then we'll reverse the trailer in and then you can get it out of there. We'll get some more fresh straw in here. The cows, you know, if you get some hot temperatures, it's alright when it's cold like this. You get some warm temperatures and there's a lot of muck in here, heats up from underneath them. They don't like it very much, they won't lay in it. Been meaning to get over here, but this was the wheat farmer rolled a little while ago, and oh, I wish I showed you the difference it made. The agronomist got out here and he said to come out and roll it. So the farmer got the rolls on, and we got a 12 metre set of rolls, so you got to go down a tram line and then down the middle of the tram lines. But Christ, what a difference! It's just had another dose of fertiliser on there. These have all just been, but it was overnight difference. It was as if I can't explain it, but the plants just come back brilliantly. And there's little thin spots in the field, but I think they'll be all right. These ones. Keithy drilled this one with the combi. I drilled this one next door with a tine drill. And I did the two on the left hand side there, and Keithy done the one at the back there. So we got some comparisons to go to as well. But all the winter wheats have had first dose of nitrogen on. I don't think we'll go fertilising spring crops until they're out of the ground at least. I think farmer said 2 or 3 weeks. But Christ, what a difference rolling that made. The agronomist said that the frost had lifted the soil, and what happens is the roots then pull away from the soil contact or the nutrients or something, so you roll it and it pushes everything back down, and oh god, it picked it up really quickly. Charlie's been running loads today. She's been running loads, most of the loads actually. She would have mastered her reversing skills anyway, I'd have thought. Where are we going with this? What's this one doing? Manual spools, never let you down. Just want to see my wheels, see where we are. That's pretty bang on actually. Is that? That's the doors. Look in the mirrors. Yeah, it's a bit of a miserable day. This corner always lays wet. We actually put a drain in along here. Did help a little bit. Not a lot in this load. Way up. We were hoping for a good frost to get them out on some fields, but it never happened. Shut them doors. But they're pretty clean as well. We notice it's really clean. Headlands look well considering. These fields were tough. We cultivated these and it was hard. Wow, it actually broke the cultivator. So these fields here only had the discs across them, and this had disc arrayer. I love this old tractor. Let these girls in. They love a fresh new shed. Come on, girls. She had this calf last night. Look at the size of him. Hey boy. Steer calf, is it, eh?
Yeah, steer calf.
He's bigger than some that are 2 weeks old, isn't he?
Bigger than a Shetland pony. What's that guy done, are you, mate?
Yeah. Coming out, mate? Your mum's left you. Go on, mate, go and have a look. You are a big boy, ain't you? Flipping hell. He's huge. He's still wobbly on his feet. $100 of them and you'd be... Yeah. Actually makes a change, because usually these big ones like this, they can be a right pain to get going, get sucking, but he was going
straight up last night. We come back about 8 o'clock. I was putting on the shoot a bit, dab happy.
Yeah.
I got behind him, just put the bar on that shoulder kick in. He was squinting right home, he was alright.
Big boy, ain't ya, huh? Nice one. Just got Linda to check who the sire was for him, and it was that Dazzler. You know, that nice bull we had to, unfortunately, he had to go because he had a bad member, if you know what I mean. But what a calf! Always the way though. All your good stock. It's always your good ones that have the problems. But he's a hell of a thing, isn't he? Hey boy. He's not quite sure. He ain't sure what's going on. Cleaned the shed out yesterday. Where's your mum? She's left you, hasn't she? She's deserted you. Hell of a thing. He'll grow into a big one. We just had these lot through the crush. Set a pen up in here. I'd like to have shown you, but there weren't enough beeps for the swear words. Some days the cows will do everything you want them to do, and then days like today, they were right buggers. So yeah, but they are done. They're just littering out, cleaning out one of the sheds across the way there. It's a right gloomy, horrible day again. Makes it hard work when the days are like this, but we're getting there. Got the other shed done out. The mums don't like to be separated from their calves, so it goes one of two ways usually. They'll either come in lovely, or they will cause you a right load of grief. And today was one of those days. But they're done. They should hopefully not be itching anymore. Just a dose of Spot On stops them from itching from the lice. Charlie's on the trailers. The old man's lurking about somewhere. Keithy's on the Aberlin. Got some odd jobs like getting the drill off, cleaning out the drill, the fertiliser spinner needs cleaning. I thought I'd quickly give you a quick calf update. We'll go around the sheds quick. We've done a bit of changing around, done a bit of Spot On again because the cows are starting to itch, so we've had a bit of Spot On. This is the pen of the oldest calves. They're all looking really well actually, apart from one in here who we are having the vet to. He's over there with his ears down. Nothing particularly wrong with him. He just sits with his ears halfway. We've given him. He had a bit of stinky poo about him. Farmer gave him a shot. It perked him right up, but he still just doesn't look right. So we're going to have the vet check him over. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with him as such. Anyway, there's one in here. He's an absolute unit of a thing. He's over here having a nap. Who's this guy? I think he is the oldest, 323's calf. He, yeah, absolute unit of a thing. Usually comes up and has a good scratch and a play around, but he's looking pretty tired at the minute. Give him a little scratch. He's an absolute unit, isn't you? Hey? I think we got Cole coming next week to do some de-horning, so I'll show you a little bit of that when that happens. But I call him Bruiser because he's an absolute unit. But you just get one or two different characters each year, and he's one for sure. He just doesn't mind a scratch, come up, just sucks on your trousers. Hey mum. Is that yours? This one's got a pooey eye. Well, I just thought I'd bring you through the shed just to come and have a look, because I think we're up to 65 now. We'll leave him to it because he's having a nap, isn't he, boy? You're having a nap. Every morning when we put the straw in, he's all round your ankles. All right, steady on. That's obviously that's obviously Mum. Don't want to find yourself next to the wall, just in case she bunts you. The walls don't have much give, you see. But yeah, he's a right little character anyway. Let him have a nap, I think. We'll go around the other sheds. There's a calf out on the loose over there. I don't know what it is about that shed, but they can just walk in and out as they please. I don't know why. We put gates up all alongside, and they just find little gap and get out. But look at them. Look at this guy. They look really well. They're growing really fast. You know, they all look pretty good. He's the biggest in here by a country mile. He's genetically different, that old boy. I'll show you that youngster as well. She had a big calf. This one with a white face in the corner here. He's only young. He's quite young. He's the same age as the ones in this pen over here. But he's a hell of a thing. This one will be a couple of weeks older than this one, you see. But he's been a dopey thing actually. A bit dopey, but he's fine, you know, just really dopey. He sort of sits there on his own a lot. But yeah, big calf. Had a few big calves. I'll show you one we had the other morning. That thing's massive. But they are looking really well. We're really pleased actually. Really, it's been good. Sort of needed a good run of it. We'll come out the back one. We're going to go into these next door. They're the next oldest. Oh, yep, I'm kneed down. I brought my big camera out without a battery. That's clever, isn't it? There's one calf in particular in here. He literally, you put him back in, and he will literally run straight back out, and he just wanders around the yard like he owns a place. Number 14's calf usually. We've had a few stabilisers. That's a little stabiliser. Who have we got in here? I'm trying to remember who's who in here. No twins in here. We've had 3 sets of twins, but the calves all look really well. There's I don't know who's that is. That's a stabiliser. We got in here and did some mucking out the other day, so that was a good job done, because the muck starts building up. And yeah, so the farmer and the old man was in here as well. He was and young Charlie was on the trailers. Linda's been fully busy with the hay. We're hoping to get this next bit of concrete done outside, is what we're hoping for. But calves are so funny. They're always really inquisitive. He's a good calf, isn't he? Christ. There's a lot of good calves. We've got a few good ones. See who's in here. So Cole will be down soon. He will. They start forming after so many weeks. They start forming little buds where their horns will grow. Not all of them have horns. Some of them don't have horns. This is what happens. Look, you get 2 calves that'll just start sneaking milk off whoever they can find. Look, that won't be his mum. He'll get a boot in the head in a minute. That'll be his. But they're quite crafty. They'll pinch milk wherever they can. Unbelievably, they look a right picture. I come through last night without any cameras and just stood and looked and watched them. And this is 381 or 281, and she's a bit of fun. There we go. Look, 281. Always got her eye on you. A little bit lively. Don't mess with her. Oh, she's always staring at you, trying to intimidate you. What? I don't let them have it, you know. They do have to know who is the boss. He's a little stabiliser. The small one's always, you know, he's a stabiliser. Right, shall we go in this shed with the nurse ones? We'll go and have a look at those. Steady. Steady. They know you're not going to touch their calves, they ain't too bad. When you start messing with calves, that's when they get the hump a bit. Farmer came down one night. There was a set of twins there. Then Linda was here as well, you know, Linda comes down with him. And Linda went up the side of the shed, and there was another cow calving. It was one of those nights, you know, when it gets busy. And then she turned the corner again, and there was another set, you know, it was having another one. So there was 2 sets of twins in the space of an hour between. And then I think 2 days later there was a set of twins again. So we've got 3 sets of twins, and they're all really well. See if I can find them for you. Got a couple in here. I don't know whose they are. One lively one in here. You can always tell the lively ones. They always got their... It's this red one. Right, let's see if we can find some of the twins. They're all sleeping again. What number are you, darling? 17, not you. Look at him. That's a Chevrolet, look. This was last night's, number 13. She hadn't too bad, but she had a good calf. Look at him, he was only last night's. Hell of a thing. There was another one born the night before. And look at these Chevrolets. They look lovely. And they always grow into hell of a beast, you know, they're your money really. 3, 2, 1. Don't mess with her. Another crazy one. Just a bit overprotective, that's all. There it is, that big ginormous thing from last night. I don't know if he's out here. Number 10, she's one of the mothers of one of the sets of twins. Where's calf? That one? That's probably one. And then number 1, I think, is the other. Yeah, this is the other mother of the other set. And then we have one of ours. I say one of ours. One of the South Devons that had a set of twins as well. I'd have to go back through my notes. I think 356 rings a bell. I'm pretty sure it's 356. But we changed the yard about. We give them a bit of outside space now. So as everything this side is yet to calve. So every time they calve, we'll just bring them through into this side now. They, I think, I don't know what we got, about 40 left, 40 or 45, something like that. There's bound to be 6 or 7 that probably aren't in calf. We'll have them tested at the end. This, do you remember we had a naughty pen set up? Well, she calved her calf this morning. She's over there, look, number 2. This thing was only born just last night. There's mum over there, look. Right, so we put her in the naughty pen because, well, she was getting to the blimmin' colostrum before the calves could. She was real bad for it. So we put another one of those things. We did have one in there, but she managed to get it out. So we're going to keep our eye on her. She's been in the naughty pen for about, I don't know, a month. The farmer's tightened that clamp up pretty tight this time, so she can't get it off. But yeah, we're not too, it doesn't matter so much if she's in here. It does matter if she's pinching the milk, you know, especially off one of the twins or something like that. But she was getting to the colostrum before the calves could in this pen, and it was yeah, it was not on really, because that's the most important bit for the calves. That's where all the antibodies are, and yeah, she was a bit naughty, so we were on top of that pretty quick, if I'm honest. I want to find that one from last night, but I think it's yeah, he's a steer. But Christ, these things, they literally drop to the ground, suck, and then start running around causing chaos. They're noticeably fast, you know. Here he comes. Hey mate. See if I can find you that big one. I don't think he's got any tags in. We're going to tag him up tomorrow or next day. He's a blooming monster. But things have gone, you know, as well as they could do this year. This is him. This one's only a day old. He's an absolute unit of a thing. So this is he's a very young one, but he's twice the size of some of the ones that are 2 or 3 weeks old. But I don't know if I can stand him up. Come on, mate. Come on, up you get. Show everyone how big you are. Go on. Go on. Shh. Go on. Shh. Giant of a thing. Watch him stand up, look. Look at the size of him. Good boy. He's a right unit. And you, mate? He was one out of Dazzlers, actually. That one we had to get rid of, so we're a bit bummed out about that. Hell of a thing. You know, it's not always about having big calves. You don't want big calves out of heifers, because that can bring you trouble. We saw that a couple of years ago. We saw that. We had, yeah, big trouble with heifers and big calves. That wasn't very good. The only one we haven't seen a lot of from is the bull Ricky, and he's the Limousin, but he was in later on, so we're being a bit quick making that decision, if you know what I mean, because he went in a bit later. Well, that, Christ almighty, she must have squealed a bit getting him out. She had him on her own as well. Farmer didn't even have to help. Right, they're all getting the ump, so we'll leave them to it. I can't wait to see what that new Chevrolet brings us. I think he's going to do well. We'll keep our eye on her. But all the twins, they're all in here somewhere. I can't tell you which one's which. Not without looking the tag numbers up. But they're all doing all right, which is good. 3, 5, 6, I think, is the other set of twins. It's been good. Very good, actually. Just come in here. Oh, yeah. Hello. 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 Let me in. Right, so in here, just cows left to calve in here. Farmer reckons there's a couple in here not in calf, you can tell already. 215, she's the oldest. He reckons she ain't in calf. How many are close? Still a few to go. She's just, she's not too far away. Oh, thank you for that. Just springing a bit. Yeah, there's 2 or 3 quite close. Sort of have a couple of calves, and the next 2 start, you know, they start bagging up, and a couple more. She's not very far away. Right, that's gonna do. I just wanted to give you a bit of a calf update. Another stabilizer. She ain't too far away. Got quite a tight bag, that one. What was this one? Oh, this was this morning's one. Yeah, Mum's a bit lively, so we won't get too close. That's Mum. She's got a little bit of limb in her. There's her calf. Give him a little squeeze. He looks like he's got Chevrolet in him with his colours, but she might have been with a Chevrolet bull. That would add up, wouldn't it? Hey, boy. But Farmer got him up sucking this morning. She gave him a bunt, said get off, and he was away on his own. So he's a good calf as well. Yeah, a lot of good calves actually. Been a better year anyway so far. We're not going to jinx it now, and the next few weeks will be a bit quieter. They wouldn't be so much. We took the pen down in here. It'll be a bit quieter. There'll be 1 or 2 every, you know, there'll still be a few in the week, but it just slows down a little bit towards the end, and there'll be a few last stragglers getting on mid-April into the start of May there. Let's have a little quick look at the bulls. Obviously we went out drilling, and last week was yeah, pretty miserable for weather. There's been some water stood about on some of the fields. It seems to have drained through now. We've had a couple of days of real we were the lucky ones. I think we were the actual lucky ones. We didn't really get any standing snow. We had snow, you know, snow coming down, but it didn't stick around. Didn't stick to nothing. Here's Riley, look. Riley, mate. He's settled in beautifully. He doesn't make a peep. You can get in there with him. Just stick him a bit of silage up. He doesn't like being touched, so which is fair enough. Who likes being poked around at? Nobody really. but he lays pretty clean as well. The last one, Lucas, he used to lay real dirty. Dave's a bad one for it. I don't know what he does in there, but every morning he lays, look at the size of his guts. He carries that weight all through the summer. He doesn't lose a lot. He carries that, but he's done the business. All them stabilisers, he has been on it, you know. I think in the first round, there was, I think there was like 3 or 4 stabilisers in one day. He didn't hang about, which is good. That's what you want, I guess. And he's got some nice calves, actually. He's got some real nice calves. And then the other good result we've had was Tomahawk, this Red Angus. He did the exact thing we wanted. We wanted some small calves out the heifers. That's what he provided with. Will you go away? This thing stands there shaking his head. He's a right miserable sod. Give him some food, doesn't say thank you, just shakes his head. Boots you if you go behind him. That's a typical limb, I think. He ain't a bad bull, but I don't know. Farmer ain't sure on this one. Bit too leggy, and he hasn't really filled out very well. We thought he might fill out, you know, over the winter, but he hasn't really filled in too much. But yeah, the Red Angus has done really well. These two have done really well. Old Dazzler did all right, and Lucas was all right. So yeah, hopefully in the next couple of weeks we see what he's worth. But Dave's a man. He absolutely loves it. Oh, he's a right fatty. Oh, I love it. There we go. Anyway, I hope you like that. That's just a little catch up, catch up round the calves. The crops, me and Keithy went out to some of the first drilled stuff yesterday. We just got oats just starting to poke through the ground, and we had a bit of a frost last night, so that's a bit worrying, but we'll see how it does. I think it'll be all right. Even with the weather we've had, I think it's still going to be all right. We see as we go. There's pointless going out there yet. The fields are still brown. There's nothing to see. But they have germinated, and they are starting to throw shoots, and there's some good root systems on there, ones that we've seen so far. So we see how that goes. You know, we might be out there doing it all again yet, but who knows. Right, gonna leave it there. But the cow yard is, yeah, in good order this year, so really pleased. Hope you like that one. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.